What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 65th episode of the Boundless Business Podcast. We've got Justine, Larissa, and myself, Nico, here. Team, how's it going?
Going thriving. Good Friday.
It's been a really fast quarter already, so I think we're all just like tired. But that's not going to take away from this great podcast. So, Justine, what are we talking about today?
Today, we're going to do more of an active podcast where we're going to actually write out some messaging templates that our viewers can use in their messaging sequence. We have some that will go out to like clients, to leads. So it'll be really fun. And yeah.
Love it. Love it. I'll go ahead and share my screen so we can kind of work on that. So first one we're going to talk through is cold message outreach, something that this team knows really, really well. So team, how do we want to start this?
Well, I guess the first thing we need to determine with cold outreach is what like medium. So, email, LinkedIn, DM on a different platform.
Go back to the old school niche offer, message, and sales. Yes, we are. So, Justine, what's our niche?
Landscaping, since that is our forte these days.
Awesome. So let's do this. Let's put ourselves in the position of a landscaping company. Who would the landscaping company reach out to? Probably more on the commercial side. So maybe like property managers, office complexes. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, maybe even real estate agents.
Okay. So, I don't think real estate agents.
Okay, maybe general contractors, people building new developments as well.
Okay. So commercial property builders and owners. Do that. Sweet. So what are we going to offer these individuals?
Well, do we want to have, in terms of offer, should we structure it as maybe more of a promotion or
I could see that we haven't done the niche offer, message, and sales in a while. So the offer.
It's been a bit, yes. What I mean by the offer is like, do we want to, in terms of like the service we're offering?
Correct. Yeah. So promos and all that will come into message.
Yes. But what we're referring to is type of offer we do. If we wanted to do promo or something like that, it might not make sense for sure. But sure, we'll go with maintenance.
Yeah, so and I'll just take a quick step back. So niche, offer, message, and sales. Niche, who are you marketing to? Offer, what do you want to sell them? Message, any promos, any like specific references to them, and then sales, what does the sales process look like? So offer is, what are we going to do for them? So most landscapers probably want to do either maintenance or if there's new build, design. There we go. And install. So in the future, leave, removal, stuff like that. What do we want our message to be around? Maybe we can think about, if it's commercial, right? Like commercial usually means like longer term, bigger engagement. So maybe it's deals on long term work. Maybe it's adding a service for free when you buy X. Maybe X is a different service, or maybe it's the amount of time you buy, stuff like that. Any other deals that we can think about or things that we can include in the message? Build a template.
Determine medium. So this is going to be an email?
I would say this is more of email if it's commercial, B2B email.
Yeah.
Maybe LinkedIn, but I would say email to start. Or ads, maybe ads on LinkedIn or Facebook or something like that. So we'll use this template. So, hey, name, then something specific to them. Congrats on the new building on Jefferson Ave. Or is a building, you say Office Park or something like that. Something that can do it. The offer, in this case, right? Noticed that
that the grass out front has some weeds coming through, maybe
as a little as quite a bit of weeds.
Yeah, weeds and overgrowth.
We don't want overgrowth, huh, Justine?
No, we don't.
We help commercial properties stay in top shape by removing all weeds and overgrowth. guaranteed. Company 1 and company 2, maybe they're in the same area, right? To have been with us for 4 years. Bad idea to swing by and show you what we can do. Something like that. Now, this isn't my best one
When
because
spelled correctly.
it wouldn't. Yeah, correct. Spelling is definitely one of those important things. Anything we would change on this one for a outreach for a landscaper who does commercial property, who's targeting commercial property builders and owners to maintain, design, install snow plow, leaf. 'Cause all this can be interchanged.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be a few changes that can be made depending on, the niche you're in and whatnot, but I think the general structure.
Larissa, your headphones are dying, so it's a little robotic.
Sorry.
But kind of to piggyback of what you're saying is like we can make this a little bit more appealing by lowering their maintenance fees while keeping the property in top shape. And the nice thing is you don't actually have to discount too much for like something like this. You can simply batch stuff together. Again, promos don't always mean discounts. It could be bundles and stuff like that. So let's repeat the same thing for the phone script. Who's the niche?
Well, let's just use the same niche and everything to
You want to keep doing that? Okay, that makes sense. Sweet. So phone script. The only thing is, do we want to say that this is a cold call, or is this like, are we asking for an introduction, a referral? What do you guys think for the phone script?
I think maybe this is a cold call. We'll talk a little bit about referrals or maybe it's just a general like intro. But I think we can assume cold or relatively cold.
Love that. So the biggest thing we can actually keep the same script. We can just kind of change it up a little bit and make it a little bit more personal. So I am not a huge fan of cold calling, partly because I still get scared on doing it. So I like to find something that I can connect with them. So a name, and then we'll go straight into a question. Are you the point of contact at company, right? And again, this lingo might change, right? Point of contact might be, is this the office manager? Is this the I don't know, the general manager? If they say yes, or it's simpler, no, ask to be transferred. And then obviously they're going to be like, oh, who is this? And you just have to tell them and just point out what we're going to talk about right after that. So if they say yes, we can go into this and say, great, I'm X, right? Just I'm name. So don't say what company or anything like that. Just say name. And then bring up why you're calling. So notice that the grass on Jefferson Ave on your Jefferson Ave location has quite a bit of weeds and overgrowth. Then I would go into bad idea to swing by and clean up a corner. So we want to do this because, especially with phone call, the questions that everyone's asking is, who is this and why should I care? So if I'm saying, hey, this Nico knows the grass on your Jefferson location has quite a bit of weeds and overgrowth, bad idea to swing by and clean up that corner, that's going to kind of throw you off guard. And you're like, oh, wait, hold on. Who's this? And most likely, this is just to make sure that they contextualize this. So you kind of want to confuse them, which seems counterintuitive. But once you do this, it's weird what will happen next. They'll usually ask like, oh, we're not interested. If they say something like that, you say, oh, yeah, totally makes sense. I was just willing, listen, I hate when commercial properties have overgrowth. I'm happy to do it for free. Like I just want to do this, right? And the reason I do that is most people want to reciprocate if you give something. So if you give something, you're offering to do it, they're going to want to give you something back. So most of the time you're not going to do the free thing. But in case you do, then you can take pictures of it and blah, blah, blah. You can use it for marketing. But it's to start the conversation. It's like, oh, gosh darn it, like that's always overgrown and the company that we have never handles that. Then that is a way into a pain point, and then you can turn that into a sales conversation. So you guys have any questions on the kind of like phone script way? I know this is kind of like we're all over the place, but
I don't know that this is a question, I guess, but more of just a general note. Keep in mind that conversations are going to shift in a lot of different ways, and you do need to make sure you're kind of on your feet. Like they may ask a question that's not in your script. Just make sure that, you can kind of work through those types of things, especially around like pricing or like, why should I care about you? Sometimes you'll get people who are even angry, and you want to make sure you're not, making them more angry, or making sure you're managing that appropriately, I guess, is just my call. Just stay on your toes.
yeah. And if we go into the overall feeling, like cold message, it's a lot less invasive than phone call. Phone call, you're going to have a lot more negative feelings. You're going to have a quicker like feedback loop than email, but yeah, it is definitely going to be a little bit more stressful. Asking for referrals. Okay, so we want to ask a property management company client that we currently have. We want to ask them for a referral, right? So the best thing to do is check-ins. So weekly, bi-weekly, monthly at least check-ins with your clients. And this can be done through, I recommend a phone call because you're kind of forced to talk to them, or in person, right? Joe, let's say that this is your monthly check-in. This happened to us yesterday. We're doing really well for a client in Florida, and he's collecting like 5 deposits today. So basically I was looking for the context. So hey Joe, in this case I just made up Joe. I don't know why. A name. Joe could be your client. Just wanted to show you what we did on the Jefferson location. There was a nasty ant hill, and we got rid of it. But please let us know if you notice any ants close to the building over the next week. Okay?
So to recap that particular piece, you're showing a recent piece of value you've provided and saying, hey, here's just like a little subtle comment about some good work we've done recently, and then move into the next piece.
Yeah, we just, like, there was a problem, we solved it. Or look how great like this bow looked, or whatever, right? They'll be like, oh, awesome, or great, or nice, or anything like that. Let's just say it's very like neutral. Like they say nice. Nice is hard. They're like, depends on the
They
voice.
just say generally like, oh, great, thanks for doing it. We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, we can do the my pleasure from Chick-fil-A, right? My pleasure. Let's just say like pest removals in the contracts. Otherwise, you can say, we typically don't do it, but you've been a great customer, blah blah. We basically want to sandwich it now. You know that we care about mission or your mission or company value. One, we prioritize transparency, or we care about doing the right thing. Then what I would do is I would figure out who that person's connected to and ask for a specific intro. Hey, I know that you work with John at company A. I actually did know this overgrowth, ants, whatever that is. If you could if you wouldn't mind making an intro, I would love to just get rid of that too, since it's really close to the building, or something like that. Now, if you can't think of someone specific, then go more generic. And generic, still make it targeted. Be like, listen, I know that you're super big into the community. I didn't know if you knew this, but we have a referral program where we give X% off or something like that. So you can talk about a referral program. So if you want to save money, if you want to, blah, 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 we're always looking for list at the specific person. Like we're always looking for commercial clients. We're always looking for property managers or something like that. So we get very specific there. Biggest thing is the more specific you get, the better results you get. So yes, it's going to take you like 5-10 minutes to do, but it's going to pay way more dividends than that. So I know we're actually like getting close to time, guys. Do we want to quickly speed through it, or do we want to maybe we just pick for the review one, since we've done a lot of podcasts about reactivation. What do you guys think about that?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
And in terms of asking for reviews, typically that needs on platforms like Google, or if maybe you're in a more like commercial facing space, it might be on, any number of different platforms, any industry rating platform. The biggest one is probably Google. So let's use Google as our example here of like, hey, it would really help me out if you wouldn't mind leaving a review. We probably want to spice that up a little bit, and Nico, I'll let you do your wordsmithing there. You're certainly better at that than I am, but that's the gist. We want to make sure they're helping us get a review, and we want to make it as easy as possible. That's probably one of the biggest things with reviews is like send them a direct link to go exactly where they need to go. Try to make it not take more than 5 minutes of their time, something really, really simple, and just make it really easy. I typically like to have only reviews, like in terms of a single message for an ask. The only thing you're asking for is this one review, and it's only going to take a few minutes. It's not going to cost them anything. That's all.
Yeah. And I would get very specific too. Again, like that's what happened with the client I asked for a review yesterday. I'm like, hey, listen, this is our core belief is A and B. Quality leads, great communication. Because I really want to take all the thinking away from the review for them, right? They can talk about how awesome it is that, we're attentive, that we reach out proactively. There's so many things that they're thinking about, but also they're business owners and they're doing you a favor. Like they're really not getting anything from this unless there's like a quid pro quo, So specifically help them out. Like here, like, you're on the field with them, like here, scan this. If you don't mind leaving a review, a couple of things that we care about is A and B. Transparency, always doing the right thing. Because then kind of planting the seed, so when they do get to it, they're going to be like, oh, goodness. And don't take no for an answer. If they say yes, they're going to do it, and it doesn't happen, don't worry about following up. But don't do it in like a harassment way. Definitely take your time on that. So those 4 are templates. Just seems to be awesome, and linking the doc so anyone can borrow this and use it for their own context. Also, when they include my email, so that if you guys want to reach out and help customize these templates, let us know, because we're always here to help. Or you can find us at Get Boundless Media or boundlessleads.com. Both of those are our sites, and we are really excited for you to take these templates and get reviews, get more referrals, and just grow your landscaping business more. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.